Each year, the Las Vegas Open is the premier Warhammer event of the year, wrapping up the ITC season with a competitive, massive tournament. People come from all over the world. Thousands of people play, drink, eat, hang out, buy really cool merch. It's an amazing experience that caps off the ITC season. For obvious reasons, given the state of COVID in the world, it's not happening this year. Just wouldn't be safe. Kind of, no surprise to anyone. But it is still happening in the form of the Las Vegas Nopen. You might have heard about it, and we're here to tell you what it is exactly.
Yeah, so we're going to be taking part in this year along with many other channels, and what this is going to be is a long weekend streaming event where there's a ton of games played. How many games? A ton, right?
It's a full tournament essentially.
Yeah, it's like a 16-person full tournament.
Yeah.
But there's a couple twists to make it work, which are really interesting. In fact, if you had watched back our TTTT, our own tournament that we did right after the launch of 9th edition, it's actually following that format. So we're pretty familiar with it. It gives us a bit of a leg up.
Yeah, that's right. So the way it works, because it is kind of confusing at first, people were saying, is this on Tabletop Simulator? How is it going to work? No, we're going to play on our tables in our each individual studios everywhere around the world. So you guys can come check us out here as always. And the way it works is each of the players fighting in the tournament submits a list. We're going to be playing our list in the first round. And then, for example, between Brian and I, when I lose to Brian, whichever one of us wins in our round, that list will progress to the next round, not the player. We might not even be playing that next round. We'll say, okay, I'm playing Harlequins, for example. Awesome. Go ahead and play the Harlequin list.
So another channel has to play your list in the next round. So it's not the player that wins the tournament.
That's right.
It's the list that wins the tournament, and the list might change hands 3 or 4 times to get to the end, which is actually a fun, unique experience. But these are all really strong, tough lists, and it's a bunch of really experienced competitive players who should be able to take on just about anything in here, because this isn't a wide gambit of armies. It's all like the strongest stuff.
Yes. Yeah, the idea is just to take essentially what we would probably take to LVO had it happened. And so really excited. I'm going to be taking my Harlequins, as I mentioned, my undefeated on-stream Harlequin
list.
I'm
going to be taking a very mean Blood Angels list.
Ooh, which we did say was the best army in the game.
We did say that, so I'm here to prove it.
That's right.
It's going to be great.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And that's going to be progressing round to round. We have amazing people that we're working with. The whole thing is kind of under the umbrella of Frontline Gaming, of course. Peter over at 40K Stats Center is kind of spearheading this thing, and so big thanks to him, and working with a lot of amazing people, such as the people at Art of War Down Under, Play on Tabletop is playing, which I'm really excited to see.
They just started doing live stream games, so that should be fun.
This is perfect. Vanguard Tactics, Hellstorm Gaming, and a bunch of others, including some articles from Goonhammer. So it's kind of a conglomeration of a bunch of streamers. All of us think very competitive-mindedly, and so it's going to be cool to see kind of this giant collaboration that happens.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. When is actually the first game kicking off?
Great question. So the idea is it's going to happen during the LVO when it would have happened.
When it would have happened,
exactly. So the first game is going to be January 29th. And you'll have to check your local time. It's on the actual website, Las Vegas Nopen.
We'll actually be one of the first games being played, isn't that right?
We are playing the very first round, that's right.
That's awesome. So you and me, it's Blood Angels against Harlequins.
Yes.
My Blood Angels list is 30 Sanguinary Guard.
Super scary.
It's super mean. This is what we said we were going to do, and we're doing it.
This was the boogeyman that we're like, it'll never happen, we'll never see it. But this is such a perfect opportunity for it. So
But there's a lot of other really strong factions. In fact, we've got Sisters of Battle in there, I think twice. We've got Custodes in there. We've, of course, as I said, Blood Angels and Harlequins, which is us. We've got the new Death Guard. Yeah, we've got Salamanders. Ultramarines.
Some CSM even, some Chaos Space Marines.
Oh yeah, we've got Drukhari. Grey Knights. Orcs, and Demons and Necrons, I think. There's a lot of really, really cool stuff in there. And I think we have Blood Angels in there twice as well. Because
that's right.
They're pretty good. So lots of really good, powerful new factions, but also some of those like mid-tier armies. But really, the first round has experts in those armies who are going to really try to make it work.
Exactly. Yeah, those will be the exciting rounds of seeing.
The dark horses.
Yeah, exactly. Although I am curious to see, as we mentioned, there's some great players, there's some great lists, but we're just kind of passing these lists off to the next person, and so it's going to get wackier and wackier as it goes through, which can also be a fun challenge to see.
That's actually why I rate my list better than yours, because my list is very easy to play. It's take your Blood Angels, ABC them, always be charging at your opponent, and you'll win. Your list is so finesse, like be exactly within this range, never once moved 1 inch too far, be here, attack perfectly, feint attacks. And it really takes quite a lot of practice with your army to win. And there's other armies like that. Like Grey Knights are in here.
Yeah.
That is not a game you pick up for the first army.
My goodness.
You don't pick it up for the first time and win with it.
No.
You don't. You like in your 100th game, you're scraping out wins. You know. So they're hard factions. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm really curious, especially the Grey Knights. That's why Eric is playing that from Australia, and I'm like, that is going to be very, very strange, and I hope we play it right after.
I hope so too, because I'm just getting familiar with the Grey Knights, and so I think I could try and take it on, but certainly not beat a master at the army. You know?
Absolutely. So that's the general format of it. A couple things I wanted to let you guys know. There's a bunch of prizes actually coming out of this. A bunch of sponsors. You can see them on the website. Frontline Gaming put in $1,000 shopping spree as part of it. So this is all part of this Gleam campaign. We'll have a link down in the description. And you can essentially gain raffle tickets by liking and subscribing to our social media, things like that. And they're good prizes. And these prizes are for you guys, right? We're playing, but it's for your entertainment.
Yeah,
right?
and there is a lot. This is all going to charity. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And lots of great prizes. You can also learn about it in our Discord. We have some more information there as well that we posted a couple days ago.
Absolutely. So big shout out to Global Giving. All of the money is going to go to Corona relief funds. And so obviously, we're here kind of in the spirit of bringing Las Vegas to you guys, but also trying to remember like why we can't be there. So this is all a big charity. We'll definitely have some stuff up for our merch. So definitely check that out as well.
It's gonna be great.
Very, very excited. So again, January 29th. We'll be playing the first round, and we'll be playing afterwards. So definitely check out the schedule.
Yeah, we'll be playing, I think, in the third round as well.
In the semifinals.
Yeah, the semifinals. So we'll be playing the first round and the semifinals. We'll post up the times. And there's going to be just so many games going on. So you're going to clear that weekend. You're going to have a lot to watch. It's going to be great.
That's right. So check it out. And we'll see you guys very soon on the Tabletop.